So for some reason I talk really fast in this video. I mean, I talk fast all the time, but it makes me like get out of breath. So I'm like, well, just because of how fast I'm talking.
It's Abby. Today's video is to why I moved out at 18 and to why I haven't lived with my parents since I was 16. Everything I want to say is on my computer, my fiance's computer. So if I'm looking over here, that's why. I mean, maybe I'll put photos up, I'm not sure. There's nothing else I got. Okay, so a lot of people think I moved out at 18 because I'm just some kid who just wants like extra freedom. I have an easy life and I just want to not be with my parents, but like that's not really why I moved out. Unfortunately, it's nothing like that. Maybe some people don't think that, but that's like what I get a lot when I tell people I live by myself with my sisters. But the truth is I've had a very difficult life growing up. When I was younger, me and my sisters used to go on walks together. We used to walk to Circle K, get Polar Pops. We would scrounge up like enough change to get one Polar Pop. I think it was like 75 cents. We used to have to scrounge it up. And then we'd go walk together and get a Polar Pop. And we used to talk about how our house is going to be when we move out. Our apartment, how we're each going to have our own rooms. Our house is going to be clean. There's going to be no fighting, no door slamming. I'm not going to have to stand by the door or sit on the staircase just in case if a fight gets bad again. I'm not going to have to like intervene. It's just going to be the three of us. And it's going to be a safe place for us. Obviously, I have my fiance, so it's me, my fiance, my sisters. My one sister moved out now, and we're all moving out soon, so that's why it's kind of like that. But I'm just gonna explain it as just the four of us still. But I haven't lived with my parents since I was 16. I haven't lived with my mom since I was, I believe, 15 or 14. And I haven't lived with my dad since I was 16. I used to live in a house when I was 15.
I know at this time I look super ugly. I'm like, why are you showing this photo? But like, this is literally like how I looked at this time of my life. Like, I was literally going through so much. That's why my skin was so terrible at the time. So no judgment to like 16, 15, 14-year-old me.
And a lot of people think like I'm lying about it, unfortunately, but it did happen. I lived in a house. And I actually don't remember very much that happened. It's like blank in my mind. So my sisters have to genuinely remind me what happened from like 17 and back. I barely remember 18 too, but they have to remind me what stuff that happened. That's why I actually
Happened with the video, so the audio might be kind of messed up. So if it is, I'm sorry. Like, the whole video is slow-mo down, so I just speed it up a little. So I'm hoping my voice sounds fine. It might be a little bit high-pitched or low-pitched. I don't know, but it's okay.
make my vlogs because I have a very bad memory. I can't remember anything. And I just want to remember, I want my kids to be able to watch this. I probably won't let them watch this video, actually. But when I moved in at 16, and I moved in with my aunt, a lot of people thought that I was like, everything was fine and I was independent. I did get my first job at 17 though. But that kind of started a lot of fights too, with me getting my own job. Because I was on government assistance from 16 till 17. And then I was taken off because I got a job. And that started a lot of fights too, is because I was working and I would take a lot of shifts and I wouldn't like, it was my money, so I was saving a lot of it at the time. Obviously I know how good savings right now. But my aunt, yeah, I'm gonna fucking drop. I'm sorry if my cousins are watching this. I do love her, but I don't love what happened. I'm sorry if I make y'all mad. But I used to take a lot of shifts at work because I didn't really like being at home. My room wasn't really a room. It was a boiler room. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Maybe look it up, but it was very gross. But I had to live there for a year. I used to get sick a lot when I used to stay there. I was constantly sick. I was constantly ill. That's why I would go to work so much. I would just take any shift I could. I didn't want to go home. I remember me taking all these shifts. My rides were cut off. I used to have to walk to work at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Because I would walk at 5:30 in the morning because I would work at 6, so I'd walk at 5:30 in the morning. There was a trap house and a homeless shelter. The homeless shelter was not really a big deal, but every day I'd work and I'd have to walk home at 9 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. and they wouldn't care and I would just walk home by these trap houses. But that was my fault because I wanted to have a job. I wanted to be independent, have my job. But so of course, my aunt makes that seem like it's my fault. Like for a while, when I first moved into my aunt's house, it was a lot easier and I was doing a lot better. But then I got my job. No, actually, I wasn't even my job. It's just like when I stay with people, or I'm just having to a lot of people, but I was staying with them and then like your welcome is worn out, and my welcome was worn out, but there was nowhere for me to go because didn't have the job just yet. I got my job when I was 17, so me and my sister IRL used to always go on walks with each other, and we just talk about our future house and what it's gonna be like when it's just us. When I was living with my aunt, my dad was really bad into addiction, so he used to come over, and the one time my uncle yelled at me that my parents chose rugs over me, put a D in front of it, and I remember just sobbing and having a panic attack, and that's like my biggest reasons I moved out. I couldn't handle it. It was just too much mentally. It was really mentally draining on me and me and my sisters. Like they were used to shit talk me and my sisters because we used to sleep in the living room when we first moved in, so we'd be in the living room and they would be shit talking us in the kitchen, which is side by side, and it's like we didn't hear them. And when I turned 18, I started dating my fiance Prajwal, and that's when things got even worse. Like people, like they hated us being together. My fiance is quite older than me, so people like, were like really rude about it when we first started dating. But everything's fine, guys. Like we're happy. I am engaged. I didn't tell any of my family till like summer. I waited like 6 months to tell them because I didn't feel like telling them yet. But I also wanted to wait till summer to post my photos. I'm like, because I started dating my fiance, I was genuinely getting threatened to get kicked out if I did not leave him. Like, my aunt told my cousin to tell him to break up with me because like she doesn't like us being together and that he needs to get us to break up. And she's gonna come to our job and yell that Prajwal is I don't know, because I was coming home late. Okay, I was a grown ass woman coming home late. I was 18. And I would come home late, and she was gonna come to and like start screaming and like go fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's what she was gonna do. Basically, she was just gonna have a fucking psychotic episode at my fucking job.
So on clip, I wasn't even coming home that late at this time. I was just coming home around like 10:30, maybe 11. I used to go out that late with me and my sister, just the two of us. But I got a boyfriend, and she thought we were doing things that we weren't. We literally just went on walks together. And she's like, "You think I'm stupid?" I'm like, "I don't think you're stupid. I think you're acting stupid, though." But I promise, like, I'm not a disrespectful type person. It just like, I hope this doesn't make me sound like I'm disrespectful, guys. I promise I'm not.
Okay, so back to my thing. I usually tell my sister that I'm recording. I don't want her to think I'm like cuckoo. But people only really seen the one tiny bits of the story. Like my cousins only really understand my aunt's point of view. I mean, I understand because like they're her kids, so like they tend to understand her more. And I think I've had a bad past, so people just tend to think I was acting out at 18, and really I don't think I really was. I think I was just like, I don't know. I was just finally living my life. I was finally happy, and she didn't like that I was happy and that someone loved me, because I was always told I'm a miserable bitch and that no one's gonna love me because I'm so miserable. And Prajwal loves me so much, you know, I'm a miserable bitch. Yeah, fuck you. But a lot of people don't see the nights where I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like I didn't know if I was gonna get kicked out. They didn't know. A lot of people don't understand the fear of being kicked out. They didn't see the fights that I had to go through. They didn't see how sick I was. They didn't see how fucking sad I was. Like living in the house, I was so depressed. Like my room gets so messy. My aunt would text me, "You need to clean your room. This is ridiculous. You're a grown woman." Bitch, I'm depressed. Bitch, I'm depressed. And mind you, my aunt was making all my appointments, and she would cancel my appointments because she didn't want me to get better. She wants me to be sick. She wants me to not do better in life. She doesn't want me to be better mentally, because now I am better mentally, and that's why she won't even talk to me anymore, which I don't like her, because I don't like talking to her either. Because she's mentally ill too, and she doesn't want to believe that. She doesn't want to get better. Yes, I wanted like freedom when I moved out. Like I wanted peace, I wanted safety, I wanted protection. But I wanted a place where I could close the door and know it was my home. I wanted somewhere to be my home. This is my home. I love being at home. It's my safe place. I want a place where I don't have to listen for footsteps. I don't want to know someone's coming to my room to yell at me all the time. I don't want to be threatened to be kicked out of my own house. I don't want to be texted, why are you out right now? Like one time I went to my friend's house. I was going to say her name, but I'm not going to say her name for privacy reasons. I don't think she would care, but... And I was threatened to get kicked out that night too if I don't come home right away. It was 10 o'clock, by the way. And it was a school night, but like I was 18, so like I'm a grown woman. I can do what I want. That's what like it was my choice. She's never cared before when I went on 12 a.m. walks with my sister when it was just the two of us depressed. But that was because she was happy. And like living on my own, like it's a place I can breathe. Like, and like that is really one of the reasons why I moved out at 18. My fiance really made us believe we could move out because my aunt put these ideas in her head that we could not move out. That we were gonna be stuck with her forever. That we're not gonna be able to do anything. We're not gonna be able to work in our own apartment. We're gonna have to stay on government assistance forever. And no, I have my own house. I have a car. I'm doing really good. I'm moving out in a few months. So I was seeing what my sister was saying on my phone. And I moved out at 18 not because I had it easy, not because I was trying to run away from responsibilities, and not because being on my own would be some perfect carefree life. I moved because I needed something different. I needed my own space where I was able to be me, and my fiance and I's relationship wasn't being constantly threatened. My sister's mental health weren't declining because of them, and my sisters were in a very bad space too. All of us were, but our aunt doesn't care. And everyone in our family thinks she's so perfect, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to bash my aunt. I do love her, but I don't love her actions at the end of the night. She's my family, and I do love her, but like I said, I don't love her actions. I don't like the way I've been treated, and that everyone tries to act like it's okay, because it's not okay at the end of the night. And I know a lot of people like are gonna say that you can't move out at 18 or 17 or 16. I know there is ways you can move out. You can afford to move. Even if it's just getting roommates, do it if that is gonna help you at the end of the night. If that's gonna help your mental health, then do it. If that's gonna help you get out, that's gonna help you stay alive, just do it. Like I could not live there any longer. I hated living with my aunt. I was so depressed. I literally wanted to. I literally couldn't handle it. It was too much.
Okay guys, so I know wouldn't be that easy to move out at a younger age, but I could definitely make a video about how it could be possible. I can do a lot of research for you guys if that's anyone needs me to. I don't mind at all.